Twinkle TV!
The Salt Merchant and his Donkey. Long ago, there lived a merchant. He used to deal in salt. He had a donkey who was very lazy and always hesitant of doing work. The merchant used to load the salt bags on the back of the donkey to sell in the market. On the way, there was a river. One day, the merchant and his donkey were on their way to the market. While crossing the river, the donkey accidentally slipped and fell into the river. A lot of salt in the bags got dissolved in the water. When the donkey got up, the load became very light. The donkey was happy. From that day, whenever the merchant and the donkey were on the bridge, the donkey knowingly slipped and fell into the river. The merchant was wise enough to know the donkey's trick. He thought, I must teach this donkey a lesson so that he doesn't do this again. The next day, the merchant loaded the donkey with sacks filled with cotton and set off for the market. As they were crossing the river, the donkey once again repeated the same trick. This time, the cotton absorbed the water, became heavier, and started pulling the donkey down with its weight. The donkey found it very hard to cross the river with a load of soaked cottons. The donkey eventually realized his mistake. He thought that it was not good to play tricks. The merchant had taught the donkey a good lesson. Moral: you can fool a person only few times, but not always. Mercury and the woodcutter. There once lived a woodcutter. He earned his living by cutting wood from the nearby forest and selling it in the market. One day, he was cutting down a tree on the bank of the river. While he was cutting, his axe slipped out of his hands and fell into the river. The woodcutter looked on helplessly as his axe got submerged into the water. He was very poor and was not in a position to purchase another one. So he began to weep and cry at the loss of it. Mercury, the god of the river, heard his cry and appeared before him. He asked, "Who are you? And why are you crying, my friend?" The woodcutter replied, "I am a poor woodcutter, and I had only one axe which I used to cut wood and earn my living. Today, as I was cutting down a tree, my axe slipped and fell into the river and got lost. Now how would I earn my living? This is the reason why I'm crying, my lord." "Don't you worry, my friend," said the god. He at once jumped into the water and came out with a golden axe. "Here, my friend, is your axe. Take it." "No, that's not mine." Saying this, the woodcutter refused to take the golden axe. Then again, God dived into the water. This time, he brought out a silver axe. Again, the woodcutter said that it was not his. "My axe is an ordinary one made out of iron," said the woodcutter. Mercury dived into the water the third time and appeared with an iron axe and said, "Is this yours?" "That is my axe," shouted the woodcutter out of joy. The god was very pleased and said, "Ah, you have won me over with your honesty, my friend. I would like to give you something as a token of my appreciation." The god gave him all the 3 axes. The woodcutter was overjoyed and went home thanking the god. Moral: honesty is the best policy.